You need to think seriously about this, because this is the crux of the matter. Is there a supernatural world out there? Or is it what the atheists say? There's no supernatural anything. We're just globs of molecules that came out of the ocean. Listen to this writing. Now we know that if the earthly tent, T-E-N-T, tent, temporary, you put it up in the woods and camp out. It's your little bitty house. You set it up, you can live in it for a while, a long time, but it'll finally rot and blow away, no doubt about it. It won't last. It's a tent, for crying out loud. Now we know that if the earthly tent we live in is destroyed, we have a building from God, an eternal house in heaven, not built by human hands. Meanwhile, we groan. We have these bodies. We know they are to be given up. I'm 75 years old. You say, how long do you get on planet Earth inside that tent? You get 75 or 80, 100 if you're lucky, but you don't get much more than that. There's a few that made it a little longer, but then you say, what happened to the body? It wore out. It is no more. So we groan, knowing that, longing to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling. We wish we had a better body that would last longer, because most of us, the human race, are scared to death of physical death. We lost our uncle, our father passed away. We had a horrific event with his family, and all of them were killed. We groan, longing to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling. There's another body that will last forever, is what he's saying. He's discussing immortality of a human being, which is made up of body, soul, and spirit. So meanwhile we groan, longing to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling. Because when we are clothed with an immortal body, with your soul and spirit, it inhabits. If when we are clothed, we will not be found naked. He considered it naked when your soul and spirit separate from your body. There's no way of seeing you anymore. You pass away, your soul and your spirit. It's unseen. You would think he's gone, she's gone. No, they're not gone. They're just living outside the body, and it's a form of nakedness. For while we're in this tent, like I am right now, we groan. You say, why? Because you're looking forward, and not so much looking forward, you just know, expect that at some point, car wreck, cancer, heart attack, gunshot, you say some debilitating disease, we know at some point we're going to die. But if you're a son or daughter of God, while you're in this tent, we groan and are burdened, because we do not wish to be unclothed. We don't want to leave our soul and spirit, does not want to leave and not carry our body with us. Because we do not wish to be unclothed, but to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling, so that, listen to this carefully, what is mortal, that's what we are now. We fear death. But as a son or daughter of God, you shouldn't fear it. You should look forward to it. It's the beginning of your eternal life. While we're in this tent, we groan in a burden, because we do not wish to be unclothed, but to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. He's talking about immortality. It is God who has made us for this very purpose, able to leave your body. You have your soul and spirit, and you depart from your body, and you go to be with God without your physical body. It stays on planet Earth, and the way they usually do it is fill it full of embalming fluid and put it in a hole in a box and lower it into the earth. Give it enough time and there won't be a trace there as far as what you can see. But biblically speaking, you say you can be somewhere else and be good to go. You just don't have your body. Granted, it's a bummer for that period of time. We tend to look at it that way. It is God who has made us for this purpose, and He did something miraculous and has given us the Spirit as a deposit, and His Spirit joins our earthly, our God-given spirit. His Spirit enters our fleshly body, because we are guaranteed what is to come. We're looking forward to living forever, body, soul, and spirit. There's a short period of time you live without your body. You're just soul and spirit. But the spirit that you were given is the animating force that will be your body that's coming up. Therefore, we are always confident when we live here in the body, and know that as long as we're at home in the body, we are away from the Lord. The problem with now, me sitting here in this chair in my body telling you that there's life beyond this first go-around. I'm confident but the problem is I'm away from Jesus right now. I'm not connected to Him eternally yet. I'm just living by faith. We live by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say. Now listen to this carefully, and would prefer to be away from the body and at home with the Lord. You're better off when you physically die, because you know why? You know you made it. You know you made it. Right now, we're just worrying about making it. Too much, by the way. God has done everything. He's died on it. He's become flesh, like you are, in a human body. That human body was killed, slaughtered. 3 days later, that human body was standing back up on the earth saying, I am the resurrection. I'm the truth. I'm the way. You can be with me even when you die. Your soul and spirit is with me, and your body's on the earth. And when I return, I'm going to bring all the people, their souls and their spirits with me. And I'm going to resurrect their body. Up from the grave they will arise, and they're given a new body that's more than a tent. It's a forever body, and you'll live eternally. Body, soul, and spirit. So, while you're here, we make it our goal to please Him. Whether we're at home in the body, the way I am right now, or away from it, I'm going to depart from this body. I'm going to leave it. It's going to wear out. I don't know what it'll be that will take me out, this body, but you say, maybe just old age, maybe a stroke, maybe a car wreck. You say, and you depart. there's a lot of ways to depart. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. The problem with being here now and worried about later is that we know that once we're with Jesus, we have made the cut. We made it.